What's up, Red? What's good with you? What's up with you, man? I know I'm a little late to the party. I said I was gonna do start at 8, but your boy,
Thanks, Boss Hog.
your boy's starting right at 9. What's up, Red? You good? How you family, man? How everything going with you? You good? Everything straight with you? I just want to talk about Bomac, man. Unfortunate situation. That boy Bomac, man. How y'all feel about that? How y'all feel about that? Can y'all hear me? Everybody can hear me straight? Get a couple of more people in here, man. Couple more people in here, bro. So let's just get right into it, man. We'll just go ahead and talk about it. So Bomac, man, he apparently he in jail right now. You know, uh, in the UK. From what I gather and what I understand, there was a firearm in his bag or something like that. So basically, the airport uh, police, Manchester police, whatever they called over there, basically took him into custody. So, you know, like I said, it's an unfortunate situation. I was talking to my homeboys about it. What's good with your 2 cents? I was talking to my homeboys about it, and a couple of my homeboys was like, man, what does that mean for the Crawford fight? And, like I said in my video, I said, the Crawford and Errol fight, man, I don't think Bomac come up with the game plans anyway. It's no disrespect. It's no disrespect. I just think the other ones are the ones that come up with the game plans. He may have some input, some insight, but you know, but I don't see an issue. You know what I'm saying? That's just my perspective. You know, but I guess I want to ask y'all what y'all think about that. You know, what do y'all feel? These lives are for y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? I run my lives a little differently. This is a place where we can talk and chill. 2 cents, and that's what I was saying. Bomac is more the face. Exactly. That's just how I feel. I feel like that Hispanic dude and the other dude, I think the other dude named Roy, is the ones that come up with the game plan for Terrence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I believe. And I think Terrence just executes those game plans. That's just ain't another slice of the dice. You know what I'm saying? 2 cents said, but if that's the case, why was he with Chris without the other trainers, or were they there? That I don't know. I don't know if the other trainers was there. I don't know. I think the other trainers just only work with Bomac when it comes down to Terrence Crawford. I don't think that they work with Bomac when there's outside fighters like Amir Khan. Like I remember the Amir Khan fight. I didn't see the Hispanic dude or the other black coach. You know, I saw just Bomac. I saw, you know, the Cut Man and, you know, some other guy. You know, so I think those other guys only come in uh, when they only training Terrence, and I think they got their own little fighters though. I think they all got their own set of fighters that they train, but you know what I mean. But like I said, it's an unfortunate situation. You know, I don't know the due process over there, so you know, hopefully, you know, he can get out, you know, and keep doing what he's doing. You know, Bomac is a hot topic right now. You know what I mean? Terrence Crawford, you know, since he beat Errol, you know, they looking at Bomac as this top trainer, you know, so, you know, and that's what happens when your fighter beat a top fighter. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to get y'all viewpoint on the whole matter. You know what I'm saying? The whole matter, and you know, see what's up. Hold on, y'all. Two Cents say ever since the first negotiation that Crawford camp has done nothing but cause suspicion and get negative attention. No, I agree. You know what I'm saying? I definitely agree with that, man. Tanya say he has 5 other trainers. Okay. You talking about Bomac, the ones that work with him? And then Two Cents say no matter what good they do, it's followed by more funny stuff. I mean, I agree. It's definitely some suspicious activity behavior with them. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it ain't nothing we can just flat out prove yet. But it is some funny business. You know what I mean? Around them. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it'll come out someday. If it is something, if it ain't, then you know, hey, it is what it is. You know, but you know, like I said before, I just hopefully he get out. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want when it comes to this Errol Spence Terrence Crawford fight. You know, Errol ain't make no excuses. You know when he lost. So if Terrence Crawford loses in the second fight, I don't want to hear, oh, he ain't have Bomac. I don't want nothing. I want both sides to both be healthy. I want both sides to have all the necessary help they need. So, you know, this could either be the closing of the chapter between Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, or Terrence Crawford beat Errol Spence, or, you know, if Errol Spence beats Terrence Crawford, you know, the second time, this could be a trilogy type thing. But I just don't want no excuses on both sides. You know what I'm saying? You know, so that's just my perspective, my input on that. But who are the 5 other trainers? I know Bernie, the cheerleader, is one of the trainers. You know, Bud, I know Bernie the cheerleader, but who's the other ones? Because I see the Hispanic dude, I see Bomac, I see the other black dude, and I see Bernie the cheerleader. So, who are the other ones, Tanya? If you can know, because I'm a tune into that. If y'all can put that in the comment section. But do y'all think this, if he doesn't get out, right? Do y'all think this will affect the Spence fight? You know what I mean? You know, will they hold off making this fight until, because we don't know. Like I said, we don't know their due process over there. They may keep that man in there for a month or something, you know? And so do you think this will hinder negotiations with, I know they got a contract, but they still got to come up with the date and venue to fight in, right? So do you feel like if they hold Bomac, do you feel like that can hinder, the fight from happening, soon? You know what I mean? I think the date is, rumored date is in December. right? Which PBC has uh, basically locked in some dates on some venues in December, you know. So, do y'all think that's gonna hinder it or what? Y'all let me know something, man. Um, Two Sensei, who was training Chris since Bomac only trained him for 4 weeks. The whole story don't make much sense when you think about it. How often does a fighter pick up a trainer 4 weeks before a fight and make them the head trainer? That I'm not sure. That is a little suspicious. You know what I'm saying? Um, that is way suspicious. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Chris was working with them on the low, but then like we would have seen him. You know what I'm saying? So um, that's definitely, in the words of L. Spence, definitely a good question. I'm gonna look that up right now. But yeah, it's saying right here. Yeah, that is weird. It say a month, so it was like towards the end of July. What's good, Red? How the family, man? You good? We just in here, man. We just talking about Bomac, man. Talking about Bomac getting arrested. You know, we want to get your viewpoint. Like I say, these lives for y'all. So, you know, we in here to, you know, I do these lives so we all can just chit chat and chop it up. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. Right now, we talking about Bomac. You know, and the question I asked was, you know, if Bomac don't basically, let's say they keep him in jail over there, will this hinder, you know, basically them completing, you know, the Spencer Crawford fight? You know what I mean? Like, because I think, ain't Bomac, I know, you know, oh, Red, man, you know, everything Gucci, man. Family good, you know, daughters big, man. Wife good, you know, I can't complain, man. I'm alive, so can't complain. But the question I got, man, is just like, will this hinder the fight? You know what I'm saying? I know I think Bomac is Terrence Crawford's manager as well. So I know he's the head trainer and manager. So will this hinder, you know, as far as picking a venue, you know, because you still got to iron out, you know, certain details in the contract. I know that they signed, you know, a 2-fight deal and a rematch clause and all that. But you still gotta agree on venues and, you know, who gets what and all that. You know, I think Terrence probably gonna get majority of the purse this time because he beat Errol. So I think, you know, I ain't saying I'm right, but rest of the news is crazy. UK gun laws are mad strict all around. Unfortunate situation. Okay. So Red, do you know like the due process over there? You know what I mean? Like, do you know like since you know about that gun laws, or do you know like if you go to jail over there, like over here, you go to jail, you bond out. You know, do they do that same thing over there? Like, if you know, let me know something, cause I'm trying to figure that out. What's up, straight hooting facts? Straight shooting facts. My fault, bro. My fault. Straight shooting facts. What's up with you? Salute to you, man. Salute to you. Salute to everybody in the chat. Yeah, I know that the gun was loaded. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know why he had a gun in his bag. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. If you know, me and my homeboys, we talked about this on my podcast. You know, got a video coming soon. But we talked about like even dating back with the Devin Haney situation, right? When Devin Haney got caught with a pistol. You know, we talked about how, Red, I'm gonna get to your comment in a minute. We talked about how if I'm a millionaire, you know, I could just hire somebody, you know, to carry that on me. Red said, no, not really, but I know that they pretty much banned guns and child and are mostly resorting to using knives for crime. Okay. Yeah, that's what I said in the video. Sean Weiss, I'm here, he could receive 5 years minimum. Ooh. Hey man, that ain't good. But it don't make sense, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't see why I don't see why he needs to carry a gun on him. You know what I'm saying? Like we just gonna keep it a stack. Like I don't see the point in him needing to carry a firearm. You know what I mean? Like or you got the mob after you. Like you know, somebody. I think I was watching somebody video. They mentioned Daniel Kinahan. You know, like maybe did Bud cut ties with Daniel Kinahan? Cause you know Daniel Kinahan, like you know, he a little mobster. You know, he won it all over the world. So, you know, maybe Dan Kinahan sent a message out like, "Hey, man, you know, I'm gonna get you or whatever." I don't know. You know what I mean? But I just think that it's not making sense to me. That's why I didn't believe it. Each bullet in the gun is another 6 months. Ooh. What's up, PS Sports? Will go down with you, bro. Man. You know, but then yet again, he got bread. So I wonder if they could be bribed with money. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, in America, you be seeing dudes, they commit certain crimes and then boom, they drop some bread and this boy get probation or something. Red say some people saying the gun was planted. I don't know, but all I know is that if it was me, security taking that fall, not me. That's what I'm saying. Man, I would have look, if I'm a millionaire, bro, I'm hiring security. That's just what it is. Hey man, look, we'll bond you out. That's what it is. Sean say, not making sense and definitely scary. Yeah, man, especially you in another country. You know, I get if you was here. Especially in here in California, the gun laws are trash. Man, I live in Texas. It's the Wild West over here. Everybody got a pistol in Texas, man. That's what it is. Like, you know, I live in Texas, man. These gun laws down here, like, you don't even need a license to have a gun down here. You just gotta carry it in the right manner. It gotta be like in a holster. You know what I mean? It's the Wild West in Texas, man. Like everybody got a gun down here, man. Bomac gonna be straight. He gonna drop that bag. That's what I'm saying, man. Like he gonna drop that bag or Daniel Kinahan gonna drop that bag. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? I don't see him doing no jail time. You know, I just don't. 2 cents. I don't understand why Chris was fooling bro, man. Who called who? This seems like such a random. I don't get it, but you know, I don't. You know me. I'm not opposed. I don't like when fighters switch trainers because Chris Eubank was getting trained by Roy Jones Jr. and then boom, now he with Bomac. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't agree with that. Red said he lucky it didn't happen in Russia. Or the book to him. Bro, facts. That's facts. But this what I'm saying though, like, you're not in America. So you going to another country and having that gun in your bag, you don't know their laws, you don't know how they operate. You gotta like, bro, I rarely go nowhere. I live in Texas. I rarely go nowhere without my gun on me. You know what I mean? It's just I'd rather have it than not have it, you know? And you know, it's not like I'm moving like that, but you just never know. You know? But when I went to Mexico, I didn't bring my gun. You know what I mean? Because I don't know their laws and, you know, I don't know none of that, you know? So I'm not bringing, I leave everything here. You know, if I'm going to another country, I'm gonna leave whatever I got here. If I'm Bomac or I'm Terrence or I'm anybody, I'm a millionaire, I'm hiring security and they can carry a gun. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. They can carry the gun, you know, and they could do the research on, okay, hey, we're going over here, the gun laws over here, and this, that, and the third. Which really you should do that when you go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? If you going to somewhere, you're going somewhere that is foreign, you don't live there, like, hey man, make sure you do your homework before you go somewhere. What if Kennahan got him locked up? Oh, he said, what if Kennahan got him locked up? Hey man, it's possible. It just don't make sense. You know, I think I looked at Bomac. Yeah, he be in front of the camera, but he really knowledgeable. PS Sports, I can't imagine Bomac. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, doesn't really matter. Said they double check his bag and miraculously found a gun a second look. That's facts. You know, Stargirl said, all I know is no guns in the UK. Everybody should know that. Yeah, I mean, they be stabbing you. They'll stab you real quick over there. Look at Kell Brook. That should be a prime example. Stargirl, now I'm bringing my gun to Mexico. Hey, man, I ain't finna play around. Like me, I ain't finna play around with no other country's laws. If I don't know it, I'm going there naked. And I don't mean physically now. I'm talking about I'm gonna leave my guns at the house, you know, because I don't know their laws. I don't want to get caught up in. It's not like I'm going from Texas to California. I could look up California laws. It's not I'm going to Texas, New York. I could look up New York laws. I can't look up Mexico's laws. They got their own individual states within that country. You know what I'm saying? So, nah. You know, everywhere is different. You know what I mean? Or I'm going to Africa. You know, I'm not finna bring my gun over there. You know, that's just me personally. You know, now I get it if I'm like moving over there, then that's different. But if I'm just going on vacation, hey, I don't want no smoke with no police in these other countries because, you know, they don't police like in America. He said, cartel got you outnumbered everywhere. No point in stance. Hey, that's facts. That's facts, man. And then look, when I went to, man, and it's the thing, the cartel, they be having some of the police and military people on payroll. Man, when I went to Cozumel last year, man, they was dudes walking around with assault rifles. You know, with assault rifles. Just walking around, masked up. I was like, nah, man, I want no smoke. No smoke, man. Them boys put that chopper on you, it's a wrap. Stargirl said, you really don't give Crawford a chance versus Canelo. Ryder went 12. Man, let me... Stargirl is weight class for a reason. That's all I can say. Nah, if Canelo was still at 154 and Crawford was going up one weight class, I'll be like, all right. You know, Crawford going from 147 to 168 to fight Canelo, nah. I just don't, you know, that's too much weight. You know what I mean? And everybody that has done that in the past have not succeeded. Look, I like Charlo. I like Jermell Charlo. You know what I'm saying? I like Jermell Charlo. He from the city, he from Houston. But I like him as a fighter. He not beating Canelo. That's just real talk. Because of the weight. If they fought at a catch weight, I'll be like, yo, I would give Crawford a chance if they fought at a catch weight. But him talking about he want to go to a full 168 pounds, and Canelo even said, I'm not coming down from 168. I don't, you know, I think the weight going to be an issue. You know, Crawford has speed. But you got to understand, when you go up in weight, your cardio, your speed, that's a lot of weight. 2 Cents said, why was this such big news in the UK? Is it because he had a gun? Because who was checking for Bomac for him to be in the news? Hey, that's facts. Like I said, everything is suspicious. Doesn't really matter if they don't find nothing on you, but keep searching anyway. What are they doing, Boss Hog? Oh, they fishing. They, you know, they you know, they. What's that stereotyping? They doing all that. Straight shooting facts that say, bro, I got to tell you though why I got you live and dropping gems. You already mean with it from what I see on your vids. But the minute you get your fangs up, you gonna be sick. I appreciate that, man. I'm always working. You know what I mean? I'm always working on something, bro. So I appreciate it, man, for real. What's up, Marathon, man? What's good with you? Welcome to the live, man. Sean White said, yeah, people gotta understand not being used to carrying the weight will tire you out. That's what I'm saying, man. It's different, man. Like, okay, so you got some people that say, like, oh, Crawford walks around like 160. That's different than being in fight shape at 160 something. See, he's 160. He probably walk around 160, but that's more like I'm chilling. You know what I mean? I may go to the gym every now and then just to keep, you know, my skills sharp, but I'm chilling. You know what I mean? It's different going up from 147 to 168. That's just too much weight, man. And it might slow him down. You know what I mean? Starker said Mel gonna be strong fight night. No, I believe Mel gonna be strong. You know what I mean? I just think that it's too much weight. If they fought at a catch weight, I'll be like, I'll pick Jermell Charlo to beat him. But because he's going to the full 168, I don't know. I don't know if he come out on top. But I wouldn't be shocked if Jermell Charlo win though. If that's the case. Because Jermell Charlo does have boxing ability. He can move. Y'all forget when he was under Ronnie Shields, he boxed. You know what I mean? He boxed to use lateral movement. And then Juan Guzman is kind of bringing that back out of him as far as being defensively responsible, right? So Guzman is really hammering on him with defense and countering and things like that and staying on his toes. So I like that addition for Charlo, but I just think it's too much weight. I appreciate that, Red. I ain't recognize I was at 3,000, man. Hey, it's more congrats to y'all, man, because, you know, y'all been supporting the channel, you know, and so I thank y'all. So it's congratulations to y'all, man. Y'all tune in. You know, I just be on here talking boxing, man. You know, I love this sport, and so I thank y'all. I thank all of y'all, for real. Marathon Man said that snack got caught feeling it. Hey, man, look, the snack thing, right? And Manager Marty and, you know, D-Town Boxing, all of them have done a great job covering that, right? But, you know, you gotta admit, you know, it's a little fishy with Victor Conte. He even admitted that he could come up with some stuff that can't be detected. You feel me? So, you know, I don't, you know, I don't know. You know? But like I said, we got to go with what's proven. You know? All I'm saying is, you didn't hear Boss say, oh, it was snack. You know what I mean? But, like I said, Victor Conte is the king of coming up with some stuff that can't be detected. You know what I mean? So I'm not sitting here saying that, oh, that's what Terence Crawford did. But he keep aligning himself with these fishy people and putting himself in these situations. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? He tight with Victor Conte and Daniel Kinahan. Danny Kinahan is, you know, a mob boss. You know what I'm saying? Man, I'll say it for you. Dan Kinahan, it's just like Crawford keep aligning himself with all these fishy people that's not good people. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. You know? But hey, it may just been his skills, whatever the case was. Salute to you, Red. Marathon Man. Will T say 168 pounders walk around 200. Exactly. Matter of fact, man, it's a guy I spar. I used to spar. His name is John. They call him Hercules. Um, let me see. John Torres, right? He is what's his record? He is 5-0 with 5 KOs. When we used to spar, this dude, when this dude walks around, he kind of stay close to his weight now. But back in the day, he was like 225, right? And he would come down to 168. Now he's done a better job of keeping his weight down, But let me show you. This John Torres right here, man. It's John Torres. That's John Torres right here, man. What's up, Tyrone? What's good with your family? How everybody going? How everybody doing on your end, brother? Stargirl, man. hey, Marathon, man, you got Stargirl turned up. She in caps, man. She writing in caps. Desmond said, how could Charlo being an actor jump into weights and do 12 rounds with any tops and explain balls? I disagree with him. I disagree with him jumping up 2 weight classes. I think that but he just gonna hopefully he can hold up and hopefully his legs can hold up. That's all I can say. I appreciate that, Tyrone. All thing I can say is he could use lateral movement, look to set traps. He's definitely gonna have to be aggressive at times and get Canelo, my bad, to respect him. You know what I mean? To keep Canelo off of him. That's just what it is. But I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think he gonna be able to jumping up 2 weight class. That's a lot, man. But whatever Charlo, a lot of time when he said he gonna do something, he do it. So, boss, you ever train at? Nah, I never trained at PABA. I trained at the Knockout Factory. Or let me tell you, when I started boxing. So I started boxing in a garage, right? My coach had this garage, and we trained out of there. And then when I was spar, I would go to 713 Boxing Gym. That's on the north side, right there on 59, just before the Beltway. And I was spar over there at 713, and then I also used to spar at Knockout Factory. And another gym I've been to was it's a gym in Conroe. I forgot the name of it. My coach name, the coach I used to train with over there, his name was Scooter. He was from Greenspoint, and I used to train over there as well. So it was but never trained at PABA. I heard about it though. Stargirl said, hope Errol not listening to this snack conspiracy. Going to be another Bud stoppage. Errol need to box Crawford. Nah, I don't think Errol Spence listening to that. That ain't Errol Spence's character, Stargirl. Errol Spence ain't listening to that, man. I think Errol know what he got to do. He going to have to box Crawford. I think, he's just a little off. I think him having that long layoff, his timing was off. You know what I mean? And Bud was ready. You know what I mean? That's what it is. Grease said Fat Mac a criminal. He doesn't have class. Hey, babe. What's gonna happen with the rematch now? That's the question I asked. I said, will this affect the rematch being made? Because I think Bomac is Terrence Crawford's manager. So I think they gotta agree on venues. What's up, D-Town? They gotta agree on venues and stuff like that. So I I don't know if that's gonna affect this fight. You know, yes, the rematch clause is they gonna fight, but you know they got to come up with venues. Are they gonna fight in New York or they gonna fight in L.A.? You know, or they gonna fight in another venue in Vegas? Like they gotta agree to all that stuff. I know, you know, and the money and stuff like that. So that's why I asked, like, will Bomac getting arrested? If they keep him, will this affect how this fight gets landed? You know what I mean? Marathon Man, my bad, Red. Red say unpopular opinion. I think they should just make a Roy division. Hey, D-Town, man, I was at the gym. I'll tell you about D-Town. D-Town, man, each time I go to the gym, there's people that shouting you out, bro. You know, these people in Houston got a lot of respect for D-Town, man, for real. So, D-Town, man, keep doing what you doing, bro. You killing it, which I already know. PSA, I know about 713. Yeah, man, 713 Boxing Gym, man, that's where we learn to get that dog work. You know what I mean? It's nothing but Houston, Tango Blast, Mexicans in there. You know what I mean? And when they stepping, you know what I mean? So, what's up, Jay Harris? What's good with you? Pierre said ring rust was in. I just think it was, you know, ring rust may have played a part. You know what I mean? Earl just timing was off and he just didn't look himself. He said, I think he should use a game plan similar to Sean Porter's boxing, but still press him in spurts. Yeah, Errol can box. You know, and I made a video talking about that, and people was like, oh, Errol can't box. I was like, Errol can box, bro. Errol can get on his toes. He can box. You know what I mean? I just think he has to do a little mixture of boxing and being aggressive a little bit. That's it. You know what I mean? Use feints, triple jabs, stuff like that. You know? I think Errol at 54 will be stronger. I think he'll have more energy. And he definitely focused. So, you know what I mean? This is finna be a different fight. That's just what I believe. You know? I think Errol gonna put on a better performance. Cowboy Stadium would be great. It would be, but Bud ain't gonna fight no Errol Spence in no Texas. Because he looks at that as an advantage for Errol. You know what I mean? He can't do that. And it's crazy because Danny Garcia did, Ugas did. You see what I'm saying? They fought Errol Spence in Texas and Dallas Cowboy Stadium. You know what I mean? They didn't care about that. You feel what I'm saying? Greed says, Canelo ain't no god. People really forget this dude lost every round to a little old man in his prime. He lost to Lil G. Look, like I said, if with the Charlo, right? Now we on to like I said, when I do my lives a little differently. You know, I let y'all, you know, pick the topic and we talk about it. It's the weight. You know what I mean? If they was fighting at a catch weight, I would pick Charlo. But because Charlo's going up 2 weight classes, I'm picking Canelo. I want Charlo to win. I'm not going to lie to you. Personally, I want him to win. But it's the weight class that's the problem. Jonesy said, oh, snap. My boy got his live going big. And Errol can box his A off. He just got away with doing what he's been doing for so long. He hasn't had to. Now he has to, and the world will see. I think people in for a rude awakening, bro. I think people are going to be shocked at how well Errol Spence can box. Go look at the Mikey Garcia fight. And go watch D-Town Boxer's video on that coach breaking down how Errol did a lot of great things technique-wise and style-wise in that fight. Go watch D-Town Boxing video. It's an older video. D-Town, if you're still in here, post that link to your video, to that video. I want y'all to go see how it was broken down. I mean, it was So this talk about Errol Spence can't box, and man, that man can box, bro. I think people misinterpret boxing. Like they think, oh, Floyd Mayweather. It's like, nah, bro. He can. It's different ways of boxing. You know what I mean? Everybody do. You know, boxing is using feints. You know what I mean? Not throwing throwing combos, head off line. Kind of taking your time. You know, we need that EJ from that Mikey fight. Exactly. Desmond said Canelo ain't, but he will. He has all the advantages. Look, I can say this about Canelo. Canelo has not been throwing combinations his past couple fights. He's been throwing single shots. I don't know if that's a cardio issue or what. I don't know if he's trying to save his gas tank or what the case is. You know what I mean? He's been throwing single shots. Even the Caleb Plant fight, he threw single shots. The Bivol fight, he was throwing single shots. He just been falling in love with his power. He hasn't put combinations together in a while. So I wonder if he's over the hill. You know what I mean? So if that's the case, he might, but if he over the hill, then Charlo might be able to get him because Charlo stepping. That's one thing I say about Charlo. He different. Straight Shooting said this is why I subscribe. I appreciate that, bro. 2 cents a layoff an issue too. Yeah, look, I think Errol has had long layoffs. The Kell Brook fight, he had a long layoff. The Danny Garcia fight, he had a long layoff. In the Ugas fight, he had a long layoff. So he had long layoffs those fights, and he had stellar performances. So I think that he just felt like man, I've done this before. I could do it again. You know what I'm saying? But he just wasn't himself. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. But I think at 154, Errol Spence would be stronger. Red say anything. If Errol can't box, why is he a boxer? That's facts. That's facts. That's facts, man. And like I say, Errol was an Olympian, right? In order for you to be an Olympian, you have to have some type of boxing skill. You know what I mean? You gotta have some type of skill, bro. They don't just be picking anybody. You know what I mean? They don't just pick any type of fighter and be like, oh yeah, you an Olympian. No. You gotta have some type of boxing ability. And it's a coach. I used to train at this gym on the southwest side of A-Leaf by his name Osby. It was Body by Osby Boxing or something like that. I used to go in there and train too. And it was in A-Leaf and right there by West Oaks Mall. And there was a guy that was in there who knew Errol Spence. And he knew Errol from the amateurs, right? And he used to tell us stories about Errol because, this is dating back to like 2018 when I used to train over there. And he used to like, man, Errol in the amateurs has never, looked, like if he lost, he like barely lost. You know what I mean? He never looked vulnerable or anything. So I was able to talk to that coach again, and he was like, man, Errol ain't never looked like that in his life. So what that mean? That's how I got to say. And, it's a lot of people in this Texas, bro. And Errol was whooping boys, like beating the brakes off of them. So Errol was drained. PS Plus said Errol should start the rematch off in orthodox stance. That would mess Crawford head up. Yeah. I mean, if he can do it, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the time where you pull out all the tricks in your arsenal. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I look at it. You know, that's how I look at it. You know, pull out all the tricks in your arsenal. Boss, how does 154 help Errol when he walking around at 200? I don't think Errol walking around at 200 now. I think he probably walking around like 170. You know what I mean? And he may be losing like 30 pounds to get to 147. So now he may go down, come from 170 to 154. Um, I think it'll help him. It'll give him a little bit more energy. You know, he did look dry. He did look flat. You know what I mean? There was no pop on his punches. He was just, I mean, he been at this weight for 10 plus years. You know what I'm saying? So, although his first fight was above 147, he's been a 147 pounder for, 10 plus years. So, I, I just think that him fighting at 154 would be better for him. But he can't just go from 147 to 168. He gonna have to gradually go up there. You know what I mean? If Errol fights like 3 or 4 more years, I could see him ending his career at 168. Let's just say that. But I don't see him just immediately going to 168. That's too much of a jump. You know what I mean? Um, and especially those guys at 168 are big guys. Like David Benavidez, look at him. That man should be at cruiserweight, but he's finding some way to make 168. You feel me? So Caleb Plant ain't no little dude either. You know what I mean? So it's different up there. You know? And Jones said he not walking around that heavy no more. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, Errol probably walk around like 170. Pierce said, go look at Jeff on Ebenezer Mean Machine fight. They landed hard flush shots because they are aqua fighters. They are throwing punches from both stances. No, I agree. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Errol got to do that to beat Terence Crawford. I just think Errol could beat Terence Crawford from the southpaw stance. Right? We know one thing. Terence Crawford is skilled. We know Terence Crawford is fast. Right? So those of you who boxed before know this. If somebody's fast, what beats speed? Timing. You get his timing down, you able to, kind of correct some things, right? Errol also has to throw more than single shots. You feel what I'm saying? He can't fall in love with his power. Just, he may have to take something off his punches, and switch the tempo up of his punches. He could do that. You know what I mean? He did it against Mikey. He did it against Danny Garcia. He had to box against Danny Garcia. He said Danny Garcia hit harder than anybody he faced. If I ain't mistaken, he said Danny Garcia hit hard, bro. So, exactly. And let me tell you something. Crawford is a great boxer, but he gets frustrated when he in there with other boxers. When he in there with other boxers, he gets frustrated. Exactly. Timing. Too Tall Bishop say, love from Baltimore. Been watching you from the beginning. You definitely made me fall in love with boxing again. And you, of course, others, but I watch you every day. Man, appreciate that, man. That's much love and respect, man, for real. Red said that's what got packed. Marquez found that timing and execute. That's what I'm saying. Timing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people talk about Errol got flat feet and he's slow. And, look, I think Errol chooses to fight like that. And that's just my opinion. I think he chooses to fight because a lot of guys can't handle pressure. Those who boxed before, when you get in a man's comfort zone, when you get in a man's comfort zone, a lot of dudes can't, they don't know what to do. You know what I mean? And Earl just, Bud didn't flinch. But yet again, there's a whole outliner of that's facts. That's facts, Greets. Jay said the problem is that Bud don't, let me see. Bud don't fight at one speed like Manny. Bud sets traps and lures fighters to sleep. I could, I partially agree with that. He don't fight at the same speed, but Jay will. I think that Errol has stuff in his arsenal that can counter that, right? I think Errol got stuff in his arsenal to counter that. You know what I'm saying? Jay Wood, that's what I'm saying. Two Cents said he still think that Errol Vince can break Crawford. It's possible. It's a lot of people that's like throwing that in the trash. Like, oh man, it can't happen. It can very much happen at this new weight. You know what I'm saying? It can happen. Or it could be a repeat from Bud. The beautiful thing about this is it's the unknown. We don't know how this weight jump is going to affect Bud. We don't know how this weight jump is going to affect Errol. It's like a clean slate. Although, we got to keep it a step. Although Bud beat Errol, it's a clean slate because they're at a new weight. So we don't know how this is going to affect them. You know what I mean? This may slow Bud down going up to 154. You know what I mean? Errol has fought at 154 before. You see what I'm saying? His first fight. But it's been a long time. So, and I think he fought Phil Greco above 147 too, if I ain't mistaken. So, who knows, Well, who knows? Well, maybe Bud just got Errol's number. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't think so. Like I said, I would favor Terrence, but I see ways Errol Spence can win, and I wouldn't be shocked if he won. I'm not gonna sit here and say Errol Spence got no chance. You know what I mean? That's not realistic to me in the sport of boxing. Every fighter got a chance. Even the dude who trash, he got a chance. I think Errol got enough in his arsenal. I think he acknowledges what he did wrong in that fight, and he got an opportunity to correct the issues. His back is against the wall, though. But I do believe that he got opportunities to basically correct his wrongs. Reds, I just want to see a classic rematch. Yeah, I do too. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit here and say it will be a classic. Hopefully it is. 2 Cents Spencer's a volume puncher. There was none of that in the fight. That's facts. Daisy Sanchez said timing, volume puncher from different angles. Anything can happen. I agree. Anything can happen, bro. You know what I mean? Anything can happen. If I'm Errol, I don't do no interviews. I don't do nothing. I 0 dark 30. Like, I don't do no interviews, none of that. I do the press conference. Hey, we want to talk to you. Nah. I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? And my mindset is to lock in and come in here and dominate. That'd be my mentality. You know what I mean? Straight Shooting said, keep doing your lives. I am, bro. I'm gonna do lives on my channel because I'm trying to get my podcast off the ground. Trying to get my podcast. So we focusing in on that right now. Trying to get that up to par. Desiree Malice says if Errol don't make Bud at least come to 160, he still be drained. Bud says he will go to 168 for Canelo. I mean, like I said, we don't know how that will affect Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? Going up to 154. You know what I'm saying? We don't know how that will affect him. You know, will it have a good effect? Will it have a bad effect? We don't know. You know, same thing with Bud. You know, Bud is a smaller guy, you know, so we don't know how that will make him feel. You know what I'm saying? So it's up in the air. But Bud going to 168 for Canelo is suicide. That's all I'm going to say. Amir Khan 2.0. That's what I see. And that's my opinion. Yo, Boss Hog, what's good? What's good with your trench brick? You good? How you family? Everybody all right? Red said that Canelo Charlo undercard is going to be crazy, though. Best undercard. Bro, I'm excited for the Erickson Lubin versus, what's his name? Dang, what's the dude name? He's 16-0. He got those knockouts. Dang, I forgot his name. Hold on, bro. What's that boy name? I hate when I drop blanks, man. Who he fighting? What's the boy name? Ramos. I'm excited. My bad, he 20-0. I'm excited about that fight. This is gonna be I think I'm more excited for that fight than the Charlo Canelo fight. I'm not gonna lie to you, because this gives Erickson Lubin that opportunity to get back in the mode. You know what I'm saying? Erickson Lubin, one of my favorite fighters. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I just like what he stand for. I like how he fight. But Ramos ain't nothing to play with. You know what I'm saying? I think he beat Joey Spencer and he beat Brian Mendoza before. So he ain't nothing to play with. You know what I mean? This dude, Lubin can't take him lightly. He beat Mendoza by unanimous decision and he knocked out Joey Spencer. So he ain't nothing to play with. But I love this fight. Like, they could have took that fight and made their own little card off of that. But I like Erickson Lubin because he has the mindset of a championship fighter. Like, he's never been a champion, but he got that mentality. Like, I'll fight anybody. You know what I'm saying? He fought Slinker Man, right? He fought Slinker Man, and, you know, he got stopped. But then he came back. You know what I mean? Came back. Who did he come back against? He fought Slinker Man, came back and fought Luis Arias, beat him, and now he fighting Ramos Jr. So it's tough for both of them, you know. But you could take this fight by itself and put that and do a whole card off of that. Yeah, 2 cents like water. Jay Williams says, not Errol gonna promote the fight though. He gotta show folks he hit a win or no one gonna support it. Yeah, but it's a lot of people that feel like, bro, I be on YouTube on my lunch breaks, man, and I read comments. I told you I be on these Pro Bud channels, you know, and you won't see me comment on none of these videos, right? All of them saying Errol don't got no chance. So, and there's a lot of people that feel that way. So, the only way they can sell this fight is Errol going to either have to get out of character and just start talking trash. That's it. And I don't see him doing that. You know what I mean? So, a lot of people feel like, I mean, you see Paulie Malignaggi, he like, I don't need to see the fight again. You know what I mean? You got a lot of people saying Errol don't need to fight Terence Crawford. He need to stay away from him. Terence Crawford a killer. All this stuff. So, we'll see. These fans are different these days. They act like greats didn't lose fights. These new fans worship these olds. No, that's facts. But this the thing. It's only in the sport of boxing. And I talked about this in one of my videos. I said, UFC, Israel Adesanya, right? Let's use him, right? On top, get stopped. right? Gets knocked out. Comes back, rematches the dude, knocked the dude out. You know what I mean? Like, it happens all the time in UFC. A dude could be at the top and then he gets stopped. And then, boom. You feel me? What's good, George? And then, boom. He rematched dude back on top. In boxing, it's like the fighter lose, we done with him. He sucked. It's like, bro. And, we don't need that in the sport of boxing. It's too many casuals in the sport of boxing as well. I'm not going to lie to you. It's just like, it's people that don't know nothing about no boxing, never fought before, never been in that ring, And I'm not sitting here saying because you ain't been in that ring, you don't know boxing. But what I'm saying is just do your homework. Make sure you know what you're talking about. Because there's dudes that just fans of fighters. And they on here trying to argue with you about another fighter. And you've never watched this dude. Like when I hear dudes talk about Terrence Crawford is slick. And I hear dudes talking about Terrence Crawford beat Floyd Mayweather. That's when I'm like, you don't know what you're talking. You don't know no boxing. Because Terrence Crawford is not a slick boxer. He's a counter puncher. He's a boxer puncher. He wants to get you out of there, right? He's not a guy that is going to go all around the ring and set traps all around the ring. And no, he's going to kind of stand in front of you, right? Take away your jab, part your jab. When you make a mistake, he knows when to step back. See, when we used to train, and we used to do this thing called mirror drill. So the person would take a step forward, I would take a step back, right? The person would step at a certain angle, I would step at that angle, right? And sometimes we would look to counter off that, throwing like a little check hook off of that, circling out. You see what I'm saying? To create another angle. So you can throw the two right here. You see what I'm saying? So, which is something that Terrence did in the fight against Errol. That's what Bud does. Floyd is completely different fighter. You know what I mean? Completely different. But they'll argue with you and say, oh, no, Terrence can do this. Just like they saying Terrence Crawford could beat Canelo. It's like, no, bro. I get it. If they was at the same weight class or close, I'd be like, no. Canelo way up there, 168. I just don't see that for him. Like you just said, who raised y'all? Exactly. Jay Will said, Earl don't got to trash talk. He just got to show workout, show confidence, let people know you still a dog and you about to get licked back. I agree. I definitely agree with that, Jay Will. I just think that so many people didn't wrote Earl off after that performance. It's just like they looking at Earl like, man, He said, side note, you look like you fight like Frank Martin going off your workout clips. I appreciate it, man. I don't know who I fight like, man, because, man, I done got compared to so many people. When I sparred, man, somebody one time said I fight like Tank. I took that as kind of disrespect because I was like, not disrespect, like, I just took it like, man, Tank is so great. You know what I mean? He's so great, and, I don't feel like I'm at that point. I've heard Tank a lot, more than anything. Bomac may never coach TC again. Who knows, man? Who knows? But Jay, I appreciate it though. You know what I'm saying? I just always like work on my game. I always try to work on stuff. So I definitely like see stuff Frank Martin do. You know what I mean? I've tried that. I've done this in sparring. That Shakur Stevenson. So Shakur Stevenson, he jabs, right? And he'll just kind of paw at your jab. Then he'll like tap you with his jab and throw it straight to the solar plex. It works. So I've been doing that, man. You know, it works. Sugar Hill would be a great asset alongside with Derek James to help EJ. Sugar Hill would show how to use his weight against Bud. No, facts. I ain't never think about that. Sugar Hill, he did a lot of good with Tyson Fury when it came to Deontay Wilder. So, I like that. You know what I mean? It's a dude I follow on Instagram. He trained with Sugar Hill now. He a former football player. I forgot his name. But yeah. And Jay was explosive straight punches, combinations in and out, etc. Yeah, man, like I that's when I land punches on people, I always get that ooh. And my fights are always exciting, especially when I spar. You know what I mean? So um I didn't, and truthfully, it took me to like this year to really know who I am as a fighter. You know, I didn't have an identity. You know, I just go in there and fight. Whereas now I know who I am. You know what I mean? But the crazy thing is, you know, I had to hang them up. So, you know, I got people that I train. I spar them, you know, just keep my tools sharp because I got daughters, you know, you never know, man. But, you know, I help them out, you know, and help me keep my tools sharp too. Starger said, in my opinion, 35-year-old Bud beats 35-year-old Floyd. Floyd can't pot shot Bud. Bud would jab him from southpaw all night. Also, Bud has power. Bud would punish Mayweather. I disagree. I think Money Mayweather would, first of all, from southpaw, Bud would have some success. Don't get me wrong, but I think Money Mayweather would dominate Terence Crawford. Like dominate him. Like it would be bad. I think y'all underestimate Floyd Mayweather and his skills. You know, it's not about you could be as powerful as you want to. You know what I mean? You can have most power in the world, skill. And Floyd IQ is on another level under them lights. You know, maybe in sparring, Bud may be able to, you know, in sparring. But when they get on them lights, Floyd is an animal. You know what I mean? Like an animal. He make dudes look regular. You know what I'm saying? But Money May, especially Pretty Boy. Pretty Boy will stop Terence Crawford. He'll stop him. But Money May, I think it'll be a unanimous decision. He's gonna that stuff Bud be doing, cause sometimes, man, I'm telling you, look, Floyd done been there with Cotto, Floyd done been there with Canelo, Floyd done been there with Shane Mosley, and Floyd done been in there with Zab Judah, who was faster than him. Floyd done been in there with Arturo Gatti. Floyd done been in there with almost Ricky Hatton, all these dudes. And he beat all of them. Some of them he dominated. Floyd went life and death with Maidana. Imagine Bud in there. Maidana fights a whole different style to Terence Crawford. Maidana don't care. Maidana gonna take some punches to get his punches off. You see what I'm saying? Maidana gonna come in there and take a punch to get his punch. And he throws punches at awkward angles. So many have tried. Exactly. Red Hella Father. Peace to everyone. I'm on East Coast time. I work in LA. I'll be blessed. Stay safe. Hey, Jay Will. Hope you have a good night, brother. You know what I'm saying? Peace to you, my brother. Pierre said, this is what most are missing. Floyd is the master of making adjustments, but it doesn't compare when we're talking about the box. I'm telling you, if Terence start, let's just say, like, right, she's saying that Terence would jab him. Floyd going to take Terence Crawford jab away. He's going to take Terence jab away. He's going to take Terence Crawford's jab away, right? And then Terrence gonna have to find another way to get some work in on Floyd. So he probably gonna switch to orthodox, right? And that's really if Bud got a better chance just fighting southpaw against Floyd. If he come out there orthodox, domination. I'm telling you. Domination. PSI Ben McDonald and KO Bud easily. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's a that's a that's a tough fight. I don't know if Bud gonna come out of that one. Maidana, old Maidana. I don't know. Maidana, man, he like I said, he don't care, bro. Like he'll get hit. He'll take a hit to get his stuff off. And when he hit you, I mean, think about it. He had Floyd in the corner, right? When you get in the corner, somebody throw a punch, you gonna pull back or slip, you know? How do you have a defense for this? Coming down like this. What do? You know what I'm saying? You could pull back, but then he come here, then you got the other one here. Trinidad versus El Spence. Oh, I don't know. I would say Trinidad. I'll say Trinidad, but like I said, Errol, man, different animal. Madonna would get stopped by Crawford. It's possible with that fight. But I'm just saying that it ain't going to be no easy fight for neither one of them. All I got to say is Bud would have to go like in dog mode to get McDonough out of there. He would have to go in that mode to get him out of there. Leonard beats Floyd, Bud, and Errol at 47. I can see that. I think the Floyd fight is a tougher fight than the Bud and Errol fight. You know, Mayweather, and I'm not saying he better. It's just he's so brilliant in that ring. That's just all. Look, and I'm not really a Floyd fan, but I gotta give him his props. I'm not a Floyd Mayweather fan. You know what I mean? I like fighters who like to fight. That's just me. You know what I mean? Of course, yes, I want them to be defensively responsible, but I like fighters like Eric Salutin, Charlo, Antonio Tarver, you know, Shane Mosley, you know. Of course, I like Pernell Whitaker and stuff like that, but I like guys who stepping. That's what it is, because that's how I fight, you know. But you know, I do appreciate the greats. I do appreciate how, you know, I do appreciate the greatness of a Pernell Whitaker, of a Floyd Mayweather. You know, heck, I tell you a fighter that I like that, you know, I don't know if he retired, but I like the Rigondeaux, bro. Rigondeaux. Rigondeaux is cold to me. Oh, Roberto Duran. Roberto Duran will melt Terrence Crawford. I got Roberto Duran. Roberto, man, all right. You sleeping on that boy. That Hispanic he'll melt. He'll send Bud back to Omaha, Nebraska. Both eyes closed. I'm telling you, he'll melt that boy, man. I think I'm playing, man. Sweet Pea was cold, man. Like, very underrated, in my opinion. You know. Yeah! Yeah, Sweet Pea was, you know, I was just I posted a whole bunch of stuff for him on my Instagram, like, you know, on my story. Just kind of like a tribute. You know what I mean? The dude, like when he fought Oscar De La Hoya, and Oscar De La Hoya was throwing all them punches, and he's ended the round, and he was like, "Yeah, I think Tommy Hearns melt Bud too. Tommy Hearns would stop Bud in 3." See, them old throwback fighters, they was going like 15 rounds. You know what I'm saying? So like you know, it was they just was cut from a different cloth. You know, and how they learned boxing was different than how a lot of guys learn boxing. Like you back then, like I had a coach. It was one coach I used to train with. He wouldn't let you like even get on the hand pass with him until you knew how to properly throw a jab, covering up your your chin. You know, he wouldn't even do hand pass with you, right? One of the first things I worked on was feet work, which I was pretty good at because I played football. So it was just like, but feet work, okay, once I got that down pat, stepping, you know what I mean? Things like that. Stepping with my punches, right? We used a ladder for that. Stepping with my punches, okay, then we got on the hand pass. Step. It was like baby steps. You know what I mean? Now, I picked it up pretty quickly. You know, everybody learned at their own pace. I learned pretty quickly. Within a couple of months, I was sparring. But it was a step-by-step process. Thomas Hearn, Stargirl said, I think any unification boutique should be 15 rounds. They need to bring that back. I ain't gonna lie to you. Because then you get to really see, that's when you really get to see that dog come out of a lot of people. You know what I mean? Some guys, man, they don't get that second win till close to the 12th round, right? So if it's 15 rounds, a lot of fights can go a different way. Boxing in 1900 had 45 rounds. I don't know how they did that. Hey, man, Red, I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't doing no 45 rounds, man. I ain't gonna hold you. But yeah, you know what I mean? It's brutal. It's definitely brutal, and it's just you in there. See, I went from playing a team sport. I play football. I play running back, right? So, you know, I play running back. If your offensive lineman miss a block, you know, chances are you can make that person miss, and somebody else can clean up somebody else. In boxing, you can't make no mistakes in there. Like no, you can make little minor mistakes, but nothing crazy because that could be it for you. Your hand ain't up quick enough or whatever, and he catch you, you sleep. You got mellow, you know, you got melatonin, man. You out, you laying down, your eyes closed. Good night. Tuck you in. It's over. Take the L out of lover. It's over. Like that's what it is. So it's lonely, man. You know, yeah, you got a team, but it's just you in there. So it's definitely just you in there. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, that 45 rounds, nah, man, it ain't happening for me. I'll be like, hey, man, I'm done, man. I'm tired, bro. Ain't doing no 45 rounds, man. You know, and just imagine you fighting back then. I know the padding in the gloves was thin. You know what I mean? I know it was thin, so you in there. You know, I know they used to fight like this. You know what I mean? Nah. But, you know, that's why I love this sport, man. You know, this sport really, when you get in it, you learn a lot about yourself, you know, when you get in this sport, man. You either a pit or a poodle. That's what it is. I know some dudes, man, they They swear they was, this, that, and the third, and then they got in the ring, and then they quickly found out, man, this ain't for me. You know, like I said, when I got in there, I sparred for the first time. I got hit. My immediate reaction was, I gotta get my get back. So that's how I knew, like, and I never really sparred no small dudes, you know. So I was sparring dudes bigger than me, hit harder than me, everything. So just on there, imagine you get hit flush by a dude that's 225. I'm 190, 180. You seeing double, but you gonna be a pit or a poodle. You gonna keep fighting or you gonna fold. That's just how it is in there. But question: what do y'all think um, after this Errol? If Errol Spence, let's say Errol Spence beats Terrence Crawford, where do you think he should go next, as far as opponent? Red, I'm finna ask you a question. You said what was a fight you won but felt like you were losing? It was the other way around. Red, it was a fight that I feel like I was winning and I ended up losing. And even everybody in the arena, I mean the little facility we fought at was like, how did he lose? You feel me? Like it was like that. I'm talking about I'm landing big shots on Buddy. I'm weaving his punches, back. I'm backing him up, ring generalship. I'm controlling the pace of the fight. Everybody on their toes, everybody clapping. And then, they when it come down to it, and the winner is the blue corner. I'm like, I was shocked. You know what I mean? So, I was shocked, bro. I was like, but that's amateur boxing for you. Like, that happens. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't know what they was looking at, but, and we had headgear on, and his eye was black. He was bleeding out his nose. I was good, but, I ain't have no knots. I ain't look crazy. I don't even look like I fought. But, they gave it to him. So, but like I said, that's amateur boxing. It's a famous TikToker. He posted his, I forgot that boy's name. I think his name Cam or something like that. He posted his stuff talking about that. I forgot his name. But yeah, he talked about that as well. He definitely pointed out how, you can be, even your coach could be like, man, keep doing what you're doing, you winning, blah blah blah, and then and the blue corner, and you like, huh? So I gotta get my get back on dude. Maybe next year I might come out of retirement for that last get back. You know, cause I be seeing them. You know, you know how you just be on social media, man. I be seeing him. He winning all these fights and getting all these belts, and I'm like, and he's stopping these dudes. But when he was in there with me, he was on that bicycle. You know what I mean? So I was like, I might come out of retirement for that last little get back, man. You know, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, man. I'm thinking about it, man. I might get that get back on. You know what I mean? Might come out of retirement. You know, you know, definitely got to do that, man, because it was, you know, and that was my first time losing. So you got to understand, like, how that made me feel. Like, I was, you know, my wife did a good job of, like, you know, I was like, man, what? Like I was shocked, bro. Like I'm still kind of shocked. I ain't gonna hold you, you know, but it is what it is. You know, that's amateur boxing. So now that I know how it is, I just gotta make sure he ain't standing up. That's what it is. Make sure he not standing up. You know what I mean? In the words of Charlo, don't leave it to the judges. So that's what it is. I know what I gotta do. I know what I gotta fix. So because I think it was round three. I landed. So we was in my corner. I threw a double jab and then an overhand right, and he like stumbled. So if I would have threw a double jab, overhand right, and then came back with a hook, I would have dropped him. But you know, it's things that you live and you learn. So next time, I just make sure he not standing up. That's it. If he not standing up, the judges can't be like, oh, in the blue corner. They be like, he out. So that's what it is, man. But I'm getting into this coaching thing. You know, like I said, I got like 3 people I'm training, and like I say, my passion is going towards that way because I like to see the growth. I like to see people like grow, and learn new things and use those things that you've taught them. You know what I mean? So it's definitely a coaching to me is fun. But I definitely been thinking about that get back. I ain't gonna hold you. But hey man, we been on here, man, since at 9. I'm about to lay it down. I gotta get up early and go to the gym. I appreciate all y'all, man. I might go live sometime this week. I'm gonna let y'all know. Like I told y'all, man, my focus is on the podcast. I'm gonna drop stuff every now and then on the channel, but most likely I'm going live. You know what I mean? That's what we're gonna do. So, whatever y'all want to talk about, we're gonna talk about it. Appreciate that, Red. Whatever y'all want to talk about, we're gonna talk about. These lives are for y'all. I got to stay in the gym, but these lives are for y'all. So whatever y'all want to talk about, like I said, I run my channel a little differently than anybody else. Majority of the time, other channels may have a topic they want to discuss and they stick to that topic. We may have a topic, but we can deviate from it some part of the stream. We can't talk a full hour about Bo Mac getting arrested. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it is. So we can deviate and, from it. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, man, I appreciate y'all. Stargirl, Red, D-Town Boxing came in here and checked in. I appreciate everybody, man. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And like I said, sometime this week, I probably go live like either Friday or Saturday. You know what I mean? But sometime this week, I'm going to drop a little post, and y'all could just comment like what y'all want to talk about. And then we'll get to it. But much respect to all y'all. Stargirl, appreciate you. Red, J Will, D-Town Boxing, that guy George. That guy George, man, he been here since, PL Sports. That guy George been, on my channel since I had like a couple of subscribers. I ain't gonna lie to you. But